The human nose, with its distinctive protruding shape, is a unique feature that sets us apart from our closest primate relatives. This article explores the evolutionary factors that led to the development of our prominent noses, touching on aspects of human anatomy, posture, diet, and brain development. The uniqueness of the human nose. While humans share many characteristics with other primates, our noses stand out, quite literally. Unlike the flat faces of our ape cousins, human noses protrude noticeably from our faces. This distinction isn't merely cosmetic. It's a result of millions of years of evolution and adaptation. The role of bipedalism. One of the key factors in the evolution of the human nose is our transition to bipedalism, walking upright on two legs. This shift in locomotion had profound effects on our skeletal structure, including our skulls and, consequently, our noses. Spinal changes. As early humans began to stand and walk upright, our spines underwent a significant transformation. The relatively straight spine of quadrupedal mammals evolved into the S-shaped curve characteristic of humans. This curvature can be observed in human development, with babies' spines starting flat and gradually curving as they grow and learn to walk. Skull reorientation. The adoption of bipedalism necessitated a reorientation of the skull to maintain forward-facing vision while standing upright. This repositioning involved the movement of the foramen magnum, the big hole, at the base of the skull where the brainstem connects to the spinal cord. In quadrupedal animals, the foramen magnum is positioned towards the back of the skull. For humans to maintain a forward gaze while standing upright, this opening had to shift forward. This repositioning had cascading effects on the overall structure of the skull. Skull restructuring. The human skull can be divided into two main sections: the neurocranium, housing the brain, and the splanchno-cranium, comprising the jaw and nose. The shift to bipedalism and the subsequent repositioning of the foramen magnum led to significant changes in both these sections. Compression of the splanchno-cranium. As the base of the skull bent into an upright position and the foramen magnum moved forward, it resulted in a compression of the splanchno-cranium. This compression reduced the protrusion of the jaw and lower face relative to the upper face. When comparing human and chimpanzee faces, for instance, the chimp's teeth extend far in front of the forehead, while human teeth are more aligned with the forehead. Jaw reduction. The reduction in jaw size and prominence was not solely due to skeletal rearrangement. Changes in diet also played a crucial role. Early hominins, such as Australopithecus, had much larger jaws and teeth compared to modern humans. These features were necessary for their primarily herbivorous diet, which required significant chewing power to break down tough plant matter. As humans began to incorporate more meat into their diets and, crucially, started cooking their food, the demands on their jaws decreased. Cooked food is softer and requires less chewing, allowing for the gradual reduction in jaw size over time. Brain expansion. While the lower part of the skull was compressing, the upper part, the neurocranium, was expanding to accommodate our growing brains. The intellectual demands placed on early humans, including the cognitive requirements for bipedal locomotion, led to an increase in brain size. This expansion of the neurocranium may have contributed to pushing the nose outward. The emergence of the protruding nose. Given these changes in skull structure, the prominence of the human nose can be seen as a byproduct of other evolutionary adaptations. It's not so much that our noses moved outward, but rather that the surrounding facial features moved inward, jaw reduction, and upward, brain expansion. This restructuring resulted in the distinctive protruding nose that characterizes human faces today. While the shape and size of noses vary among individuals and populations, all human noses share this protruding quality that sets them apart from other primates. Potential functions of the protruding nose. While the protrusion of the human nose may primarily be a side effect of other evolutionary changes, some scientists hypothesize that it may serve additional functions. Thermoregulation. One theory suggests that the protruding nose may act as a radiator, helping to cool the brain. The blood vessels in the nose can help dissipate heat, and the act of yawning might stimulate the exchange of cooled blood from the nose with warmer blood from the brain. Air conditioning. The increased surface area provided by a protruding nose could also enhance its ability to warm and humidify inhaled air before it reaches the lungs. This function could have been particularly advantageous as early humans migrated to different climates. Enhanced olfaction. While not directly related to its protrusion, The structure of the human nose, with its downward-facing nostrils, may enhance our sense of smell while walking upright. This orientation could help in detecting odors from the ground, which could have been useful for tracking prey or avoiding predators. Conclusion: the evolution of the human nose is a fascinating example of how various factors, from changes in posture and locomotion to shifts in diet and cognitive demands, can influence anatomical features. Our protruding noses are not the result of a single adaptation, but rather the culmination of a complex interplay of evolutionary forces acting on our ancestors over millions of years. Understanding the journey of our noses provides insights into broader aspects of human evolution, including our transition to bipedalism, the expansion of our brains, and changes in our dietary habits. It's a reminder that even seemingly simple features of our anatomy can have rich and complex evolutionary histories. As we continue to study human evolution, we may uncover more details about why our noses look the way they do. For now, we can appreciate our noses not just for their functional roles in breathing and smelling, but also as unique markers of our evolutionary journey, prominently displayed right in the center of our faces.